All right, we are back. So I fixed a couple leak issues in this snug top shell, and then we got another one. So I don't know sure exactly what the problem is, but I noticed that I still, after fixing the windows, fixing the back part with the overlap seal there on the cab. Now I noticed that the ceiling was wet here. I'm like, where the heck? There's like only one way the water can get in here, and that's pretty much from these. So unscrewed these, and it was dripping water. Was like just right in the bed here. So the windows are all dry here now. The back's all dry. Everything's good. Yeah, now it's just this part. So I'm pulling these off, and if you're just by yourself, this is kind of a two-man job here, because these will, if you go up on top and unscrew these will spin down here. If you go up top and unscrew them, they'll spin down up there, and vice versa. So I made a little thing here, and I'll show you what I did. Let's get up there and check it out. Okay, so let's see if I can describe this. I don't know if you have these parts laying around or whatever, but I just took an Allen wrench and it's in there, and these are just little from a curtain, just like a little plastic L piece I had, and you can see what I'm talking about here. If I'm over here, let's move you guys over a little bit here. Okay. So I just kind of fit this. This is for a bicycle changing thing. Anyways, if you don't have someone to help you, I just set this into the Allen, into the hole there of the key of the screw. Put this on top like that, so it kind of locks it in place. And with these bottoms, I locked it into either side of the railing here. Just kind of fit it in there, and that kind of holds it while I'm able to unscrew it from the bottom, and that way it doesn't rotate. So these are on there real tight. So that's what I did. Let's get some light here if we can see. There we go. That's what I did to kind of lock that in place. If you got someone to help you, that's nice. Else I just go down there and hold it for you while you unscrew it real quick. Not a big deal, but I'm kind of by myself, so I had to figure out somehow to do it. So I'm taking this rail off. I'm going to reseal it, and hopefully that'll be the end of my leak problems here, because this has been kind of a hassle. All right, so let's get that out of there. All right, so I pulled this off, and definitely some water was under there, which is kind of be expected, but it looks like they had it some good seal on there, so somehow the water's just getting in there. You can see that that's kind of breaking down a little bit. So water gets in there and just runs down into the hole, works its way in there. Somehow I don't think the other one has failed yet, but trying to figure out how I can do this so this problem won't repeat itself. So I got some 100% pure silicone caulking, and trying to figure out what's the best way to do this here. All right, well, while I'm figuring that out, I'm not going to let you guys sit here with me and do that. I showed you how to get that out of there. So this kind of has a hole, the bottom rail, and it's got some holes in there. So maybe the water's getting in there, just runs down to the screw, and doesn't really have anywhere to go as it hits that silicone, and maybe just goes into the thing. I'm thinking that runs down the screw eventually. That's been sitting there long enough. So I might put some, fill these holes here with caulking, that with some silicone, and see if that helps out any or not. So, all right, my friends. All right, so I pulled this rail off, and I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I didn't even use the thing. I'm wondering if I should even just put it back on there, and just fill the hole with silicone and call it good. I'm debating that right now. Anyways, so the problem is you get your water and it gets in here sometimes. The water gets in that hole and it comes down to here and it just runs down to there. So this is just a nylon washer here. So I figure if I get like a rubber or silicone washer, I can put that there, so when it snugs down on the roof, that's going to make a seal right there, and it's not going to, no water can get down into there, so it'll keep the water from running down here to get into there. And hopefully the water can just go by. But the other problem is, not only that, but you have water coming in the screw part. So my other issue is, okay, water comes in there, that's fine, runs down to that. If I have a rubber washer on there, that's going to press up against this and the cab or the top and smush it down. So that's going to keep that from coming out of there. But my other issue is the water gets here, runs down the screw. So I'm thinking, and I could be way off base here, but it seems like if I just got a washer, a little bit wider washer on that, and then put a another rubber washer above that, and that's going to press down on there, make a seal there. And then this one's going to be pressed down to the cap, or the top there, and that's going to make a seal there. And there's no way water can get in because it's all protected, if I'm not mistaken, because water can't get to the threads here because of that's going to be mashed down right there and be a nice rubber seal, and the same thing on top. So that should cure my problems. So I'm going to go get some rubber washers to put over here, and one on top as well. And perhaps I'm going to get a metal washer too, just to lengthen, or to give me a little bit more bite on there. So, and I'm not sure, don't even use this railing. Like I said, I probably could just fill the holes with silicone and call it good. But I'm going to put this railing back on there, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll show you guys that when I'm done. Thanks. Alright, this has turned out to be pretty fun. So I wound up getting these, which is, we screw them down, some kind of a washer with a rubber washer under that, but when you tighten it, it makes it so it's like a waterproof there, and water doesn't go down the screw, which was a problem. On the ends here, I wound up having to do just take my Dremel and just, sorry about this, take my Dremel and round that out just a hair, because of the end piece is like longer. So I slipped I have a bunch of these washers too, rubber ones. This has got a tab that goes in there, and that locks down this plastic end. So I put this underneath that, in between the plastic, and this over that. So I have screw with the washer, then this plastic part, then this washer here, the rubber one, and then that's going down into there. So that'll be making sure I got rubber in between my surfaces, so when that screws that down together, no water's getting through there. Alright, so I just took the nylon washers that I had and kind of compared those, and went down to Ace and grabbed a couple of these. They're pretty small, they're pretty tight, so I got to screw them on there, taking a little while, but they fit in there right about like that. I'm going to screw all these down. See, these will put a nice, we'll get a nice seal on there when I screw them down. It might stick up a little bit, and I won't be able to use the rails or whatever. You know, I don't really use my rails anyways. I'm not sure how much is going to get in the way. I was going to go with just a flat-headed screw with a little bit flatter head there and a little bit bigger, and then just put a washer into that and screw that in. That might be actually the way to go. But yeah, this is how I'm doing it right now. So underneath here, I'm probably going to double up on these washers, and that's going to be in between the truck and the bottom of the rail there, and I'll screw that down so it's nice and squishes out there. And that's going to cause a nice seal between the rail and the top of the canopy, and same in between the screw and the top of the rail here. So we should have a nice watertight seal when this is all done. And that's what we're looking like. So I'll let you know when I get this finished here. Okay, here's the other side. So I put 2 washers down, double thick there. Those should scrunch down pretty much flush when I tighten this on there. And there's the other side right there. So that's what we're doing. On this end, you can see, hopefully, I got it like sandwiched in between there. And I had to take my Dremel and just shave off a little bit around there so I get this washer to go in there. Just a little round part there, it's not bad. So let's go try to put this on here now. Alright friends, so I got the racks, what are those, the guides or whatever, so you can put a rack on the top of your camper shell cover, whatever it's called. Anyways, so in the back here I redid these and it doesn't appear, it rained pretty hard last night, I put the truck out in the rain and it doesn't appear to be, it's still wet here because it was super wet from the last time it was leaking. But let's go on the top here and I'll show you guys kind of how it looks now. There shouldn't be any water getting down there now, so it doesn't, last time it was actually like dripping down and I don't see that anymore on the truck bed. So looks like my fix worked here. Let's go show you the top here. Alright, so as you can see, put this up here, and those washers should be plenty tight so there's no water able to get down in there, and the rubber between the washers and everything. And so this is on there, it's on there really snug. And even though the double washers I put underneath here, it's still when I snug it down pretty good there, it makes a nice solid seal there. So still looks the same. I'm thinking it still functions as a rack unless these are up a little bit too high and might get in the way. Other than that, I don't think it's a problem. But I'm not really intending to put anything on here. I just didn't want it to leak anymore. So thanks for watching, my friends, and if it starts leaking or something, I'll let you guys know. But it looks like this is a fix here. So we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we don't have any more leaks.